Good evening, Rams, and welcome to the final episode of CTV Geeks. For the last time, I'm Tom Isaacson.
And I'm Alex Prast.
And I'm Holly Middleton.
Tonight, we're saying goodbye in style with a recap of our first and best work. And we'll see our improvement over the years in real time.
Then we'll take a moment to say our own goodbyes. I'd talk about them more, but as a Geeks rule, no spoilers.
While this goodbye episode might be brief, it isn't any less important to us.
And for one last time, all this and more.
All this and more, starting right now.
All that and more is coming right now on CTV Geeks.
Before we continue, may the 4th be with you.
All of this and more, starting. All this and more, starting.
Which starts.
All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting.
All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting.
All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting. All this and more, starting.
Right now. Right now. Right
Right
now.
now.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
Right now. Right now.
The first thing we've got to talk about is, naturally, the first work us geeks ever did on CTV.
We've come a long way since we got started, so let's see if it shows.
It's one of the oldest places in the city. Many Fort Collins natives know this place for its history and character.
February 26th, we turn 112 years old.
It's the town pump, established in 1909 right here in Fort Collins.
It's really become a hub for this town. It's been here for so long.
However, as 2020 has thundered through, the town pump was struggling to stay afloat.
Just kind of got to the point where we knew we weren't going to make it if we didn't ask for help.
So they set up a GoFundMe, and boy were they in for a surprise.
I think the first 2 days were really telling because we were already headed for our goal. And the folks at GoFundMe actually called Jake, the owner, because it really took off so fast.
The town pump raised over $95,000, $20,000 over their goal in just a few days. Donations were coming from all over the world, so it shows that the charm of the town pump reaches far and wide.
We're really known for our inappropriate bumper stickers, and it's so much fun to sit at the bar and listen to people pick out their favorite bumper stickers, like, you know, why couldn't I be rich instead of well hung?
For now, it seems, the town pump is here to stay.
If you want to find out the best fishing holes, the best climbing area, where to ride your gravel bike, whatever it is, this is definitely where you find out what's going on in town.
Wow, Tom, I know you're a little hard on yourself sometimes, but that was actually a really good, solid start for your career here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I liked it. Everyone has to start somewhere. And I think you had a great start.
I appreciate that. I definitely enjoy the fact that you can see my distinctive style in some of the elements.
Of course.
That being said, that interview framing is so. But let's see what Holly has. What did you do for your first package? Let's see it.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's just jump in. Adam Sandler or Ben Stiller?
It's got to be Adam Sandler all the way. I mean, you got Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Those are just classic movies. You got to love them.
Oh, no. Ben Stiller. I think, yeah. A little bit less secondhand embarrassment, I feel like. But, yeah.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Could you tell us why?
Because he's Adam Sandler?
Okay, I think that's fair.
Adam Sandler.
I thought that was nice. It's short and sweet. You get a voice of the students in there, and I know notoriously Humans of CSU, which is where you started, is a very tough show to do. So props to you for that.
Thank you.
It's also kind of cool seeing like the roots of the original Geeks on the Street and where it came from.
It is. I love a good origin story.
Now let's take a look at my first package. Do you ever wish you could go back to a simpler, brightly colored, and synthesizer-heavy era? Well, then I sure have the place for you. Totally 80s Pizza is a local restaurant that just so happens to double as a famous 80s museum.
We try to keep all the memorabilia as clean as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely cool just like when it's slow to walking around and just like really looking at everything and being like, whoa, how do you get this? Or, you know, like I completely forgot about this part of the 80s, you know, we went around.
This detailed walk through the 80s has so much you can think of, from cassette players, to frozen smugglers from another galaxy, to pesky New York ghosts. It's hard not to pick out a few favorites.
Oh, I know mine. Okay, it's over by the Breakfast Club table. It is a picture of Freddy Krueger, and it's signed by Robert Englund. That is my all-time favorite. Everything in the store.
It's the signed seagull from Flock of Seagulls. The only seagull in the world that has been signed by a Flock of Seagulls lead singer or whatever. Just the fact that it has the hair makes it one of my favorites.
A lot of these items are completely unique, one-of-a-kind memorabilia. Just standing in the room tends to bring up one question. How?
The boss said that about half the pictures are, he sends them in to the people. So he, you know, finds a mailing address, a P.O. box, sends them in with a note that says, hey, you know, like we think you're a really iconic 80s character. We'd love to have a signed picture of you in my restaurant, and they send them back for free. I think he buys some of the stuff online. I know some of the metal lunch cases, like the lunch tin over by the arcade section. He bought a couple of those online. Various things. He gets some different channels.
It's not always just signed pictures or music video props either. Sometimes the legends themselves come to totally 80s.
We just recently, before we moved here and shut down to move, we had, what was his name? He was Sergeant Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop came into our store to order a pizza to go. And I think it was Paul or it was Boss who recognized him. And because, I mean, we write our names down on the tickets for call names. And we're like, we do not have a call name for this 80s character. Who is this? And he's like, guys, he's really here.
Totally 80s Pizza was created when Alex and Laura Morgan wanted to bring the feelings of the 80s back in a fun way that could teach the younger generations about the unique time in pop culture history. And between the arcade machines, MTV playing the most radical beats, and the neon design of everything around, just being there feels like the 80s.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience, you actually being inside the store as opposed to just ordering online, because yes, we do have really good pizza, but this is one of those places. We get people who travel from way out of state all the way to Colorado just so they can walk around for the day.
Yeah. But totally 80s, you don't need a time machine to go back. And in the best way possible, it's pretty heavy, Doc.
Alex, honestly, I think your debut was pretty good, not gonna lie. I was with you when you filmed that, and part of that, and I think you did a great job.
Oh, thank you, that means a lot.
I would have to agree with Holly. That was nice, it was charming. It really speaks to your style and your interests, and I like that about it.
It really speaks to my interests. I mean, funny enough, a year after I made that video, I ended up working there for a little bit.
That's right.
That's right.
About that.
Love all the 80s stuff.
Yes, you do.
You pitched yourself early for them.
Exactly.
Now, while I became a producer and most of my work took place off the screen, I think it's time to see the improvements you guys have made to your on-screen work.
Now, I've had about 2.5 years to get better, and Alex, you've had exactly 2 years and 1 day.
That's right, Tom. The first ever Geeks episode aired exactly 2 years and 1 day ago from today, with Holly and I on desk. We've come a long way since then, and here's some work of mine that I think shows that.
To get the sports crew some esports experience, we're going to have them compete against each other, best 2 out of 3, in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Rocket League, and finally Fortnite. First up is Counter-Strike.
Wait, where did I aim?
Hit right click.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Brandon, you're actually so bad.
I hope you're doing better than me out right now.
I am, don't worry.
Where is everybody? No! I had him.
That was Ella.
Did you see that? Wait, did you kill me?
No!
Oh my god, that was the greatest thing I've ever done.
Okay.
Brandon, how many kills do you have? I have 18.
I have 15.
Loser.
No! I should have switched my gun on that.
Ella takes round 1 of Counter-Strike. On to round 2.
What the actual heck was that? Alex! Oh my god, I need to watch. I need that for my Instagram right now.
4 minutes left.
Stop screen peeking.
I'm like this close. How am I not killing him? Did I kill him? I don't think I did.
God, I didn't want to shoot
Come
a
on.
sniper rifle anymore.
Alex, how did I not kill him? When's this game over?
Most headshot kills. 18.
You were the assassin?
Dude, that's me.
Ella crushes round 2, taking the win on Counter-Strike. On to Rocket League.
Be right back.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Brandon just turned Rocket League into MMA. You fell into my trap card, you
No! Oh, yes! Let's go!
This
That
is
was
nothing
easy.
like real soccer.
That's going in.
You So embarrassing.
Brandon wins 3-1, taking round 1 of Rocket League. On to round 2.
Easy, 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 easy. Boom.
Why do I have to watch it get replayed? That's the question.
Usually it's whoever scores the goal gets to determine whether or not the replay is skipped.
Did you just, wait, what just happened? Why do I keep going up the walls? Turn around.
Let's go!
See anything? Oh, whoops.
Come on, get in, get in, get in, get in!
No, not in my house. No.
No! No!
This is what we call assault and battery.
Boom.
Okay, Brandon, I want to try something. Don't move.
Don't move?
Don't move.
Okay.
I don't think I can score even if you're not moving.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
this one.
You, Brandon, you. He cheated! He cheated!
You want me to set this one out, Ella?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's chill out.
No. Go in the goal.
Now it's 8-1.
I was trying to take a shortcut on the wall, and it didn't work.
Didn't. Boom. 9-0.
9-1.
9-1,
Correction.
9-1.
Brandon shows no mercy with a 9-1 win, taking the Rocket League trophy. On to Fortnite.
Are you dead?
No.
Oh, you're just
I am-
hiding.
She's
I am
biding her
alive
time.
and well.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. Go up to it and hit spacebar. We'll shoot at it first, and then.
What, really? Oh, yeah.
I told you! Brandon, you just skipped over all that stuff.
Oh, whoops. Oh!
Oh no. Oh no, Brandon. Oh, hit him again!
That's a shotgun. You got one of
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh my god, there's another guy. No way. Get him, Brandon.
Where is he?
He's immediate to your right. Immediate to your right.
Brandon!
I killed one person. That's good. Dang it.
Let's go. You got 1 kill and top 18. So far, you're still beating Ella.
Now I gotta move again. Oh my god. Son of a...
With Ella ending her match in 3rd place, she wins the Fortnite trophy, making Ella the CTV Esports champion.
Once again, thank you so much to Sports for helping us out with that. It was absolutely so much fun. One of my most favorite to film here on Geeks.
Oh, yeah.
I really related to Ella there because, like, especially with the Rocket League, I'm not good at that game, so I really felt myself represented in her performance.
It's got a learning curve. That's fair. That's fair.
Listen, I'm no good at Rocket League either, so I definitely get it. That's one of the funniest packages we've ever had. It's so good. But I think it's time now to take a look at my favorite package as we travel through the solar system one last time.
Space is big, like really big. But how big is it exactly? Well, let's put some context into this.
Given our modern abilities of rocket propulsion, we can accelerate a spacecraft to a speed of over 17,000 miles an hour. That's absolutely insane.
You could go around the entire Earth in just over an hour at that speed. And yet, even at that insane speed, it still took astronauts over 3 days to reach the lunar surface. And to reach the Martian surface, it would take over 7 months of space travel.
That means NASA would have to pack about 7 months of food just to get there, maybe a month or so on the Martian surface, and then 7 months back. That's nearly 2 years of food per astronaut, most of which is gonna get consumed just in travel. That's like going camping for a weekend and eating most of your food just on the car ride out. And obviously, the further out we go, the longer things are going to take. It would take 6 years just to get to Jupiter, 8 for Saturn, and 9.5 years just to get all the way out to Pluto. Not exactly convenient, is it?
But while science doesn't exactly have the answer to space travel at the moment, science fiction does by traveling at the speed of light. But how fast is the speed of light? Well, the speed of light is actually so fast, to put it into smaller numbers, we have to measure it in miles per second. 186,000 miles per second. That's roughly 700 million miles per hour. To put that number into perspective here on Earth, I can't put that number into perspective. So how long would it take to go around our solar system if we could travel at the speed of light?
Getting to the moon, which, by the way, isn't visible tonight because it's cloudy, so thanks clouds, you ruined my shot. Getting to the moon isn't necessarily a convenient or practical application, seeing as 2 seconds after we set off, we will crash into it and destroy it.
But going further out, at the speed of light, traveling to Mars would only take an average of 22 minutes.
22 minutes is approximately the same amount of time it would take to drive from right here in the Oval all the way to the city of Loveland. But instead of going to Diet Fort Collins, we're going all the way to another planet. From there, it's just 46 minutes to Jupiter, an hour and a half to Saturn, 4 hours to Neptune, 5 hours is all it takes to get to Pluto. That's the same amount of time it takes to get from Denver to Orlando.
But what if we wanted to go further out than our solar system and visit other planets outside of what we know, like Proxima Centauri b, which is an Earth-like exoplanet existing within the habitable zone of its parent star, Proxima Centauri? Well, since it's 4 light years away, it would take 4 years to get there at the speed of light. And that may seem like a long time, but comparing that to the 6,300 years it would take to get there normally, I'd say it's fine enough. But what about going faster and further to explore strange new worlds and boldly go where no one has gone before? In Star Trek, there exists a speed known as warp. Warp is actually faster than the speed of light, but only by 282 miles per second. That's like going 5 miles an hour faster on the highway. Sure, it's faster, it's just not that much faster. But thankfully we can go to warp factor 2, which is, you guessed it, 8 times the speed of light. I didn't write Star Trek, okay? That means it's 8 times faster to get to that exoplanet. But what about visiting other galaxies? Well, from Earth all the way to the edge of the nearest galaxy, known as Andromeda, at the speed of light, it would take 2.5 million years to get there. And even at warp factor 2, it would take over 100,000 years to get there. And all the way at warp 9.975, which is the fastest a Star Trek ship has ever gone in canon, 2,000 times the speed of light,
it would still take over 1,000 years to get there. That's how far Andromeda is, and that is how small we are.
Now, I'm sure there has been one nagging problem in the back of your mind while I've been explaining all of this, and that's, hey Tom, isn't it physically impossible to travel at the speed of light? And the answer is yes, it is. If we were able to accelerate mass to the speed of light, it would quickly convert into energy and then die. And you can see why that would be a problem. And also, not to mention the fact that if we were able to actually achieve that speed, accelerating from relatively nothing to the speed of light would flatten a human so much so that we would have to measure them at the subatomic scale. And yes, that would kill you. In researching for this particular segment, I was consistently amused by just how all of a sudden traveling the solar system became so within our reach. 22 minutes to Mars, that's insane. But I was also equally amused when I went further out to Proxima Centauri or Andromeda, just how big the numbers got. I was giggling at my calculator, and that might be the nerdiest thing I have ever said in my life, but suffice it to say, it is so fascinating just how truly small we are here on Earth. I mean, yes, years feel significant to us, but on the cosmic scale, we only exist for seconds at a time, and that really makes you think, what really matters? But I guess that's not for me to debate. Back to the studio.
You know, when we were deciding our favorite packages, there was only one that came to mind, and it was that one. And there's been a lot of good ones that I've really liked, like the AI, the nuclear energy one. All those are really good. But it's especially gratifying to know that my favorite package won first place in Region 9 for the Society of Professional Journalists.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Good job, Tom. I was wondering which one you were going to pick, and I kind of figured it would be that one. I really like it a lot, especially because you put a lot of your personality into it. So I think it makes it all that much better.
Thank you.
Yeah?
It's very adamant that it deserved those awards too. Like, not just thrown to you. Phenomenal job. I love it. Love that video every time I watch it.
Thank you very much. That means so much. Now, I know us geeks up here really enjoy looking back over our biggest moments, but I can't believe I'm saying this. I think it's time we say goodbye.
So for me, it's hard to believe that my time at CTV and even my time in college is over. It's been a long 4 years of dealing with a lot of challenges, but at the same time, it's some of the fastest 4 years of my life. When I got to CSU, I still felt a little lost. I didn't know anyone, and the pandemic made it kind of hard to meet new people, but it can't be stated enough that CTV came to me at a really pivotal moment in my life, and I honestly do not want to contemplate a college experience without CTV. I now have a station full of friends that I know care about me just as much as I care about them. I will miss our overnight trip to Denver Fan Expo, forcing Tom and Alex to say the craft on air, writing horribly wonderful puns and making these two say them live, working until the late hours of the morning to make something I'm excited for rather than like a 3 a.m. school paper or something like that. The unhinged pre-show run-throughs, entertainment meetings where we had to read lines louder than the most ridiculous music choices in the world, making ChatGPT tell us if Iron Man or Captain America were more right about the Sokovia Accords. It's Captain America, I'm sorry, Max. And being able to see my friends happy, doing what they love most. Naomi, Alex, Tom, Sam, Kenny, Casey, and everyone past or present at CTV, thank you so much for an amazing 3 years. So before I cry, it's been an honor. Tom, hit it.
Man, how am I going to follow that up? I don't even know where to start on this. I guess it's just the most sincere thank you I can think of. First of all, to both of you for allowing me to come into this nerdy world that you built and do something I had been dreaming about for years now. It's been the greatest pleasure of my life thus far to get to work on this show. Alex, buddy, words can't describe what you have done for me as a friend and colleague. You have inspired me and helped me grow, and I have been there through all my lowest drops and my highest moments. And Holly, this show quite literally wouldn't be the same without you. Beyond your punny puns, I tried, you have such character and talent as a writer and make this show so full of life and character. I wouldn't change anything we've done, and I wouldn't take anything back. And thank you to everyone here at CTV for making this journey that much more incredible. The studio crew, Naomi, our wonderful entertainment director, Sam for letting me have her job, Krista and Hattie for inspiring me to come to CTV and push me to new boundaries. It's all made such a difference. I have really been struggling with the thought of leaving Geeks and content at CTV behind because truly this has been the most fun I have ever had in my life. all of the people I have met at this job, the stories I've been able to tell, it's been so amazing. But all things must come to an end, and I am endlessly excited for what's next at Geeks and what is next for the three of us here. So thank you both again for everything. And thank you to everyone out there, whether you were featured on the show, mentioned, or just sat and watched. It means the world to us.
All right, here we go. When I started this journey 2.5 years ago, I had absolutely no intention nor idea of what Geeks would become. I found an incredible family, and I've made memories I wouldn't give up for the world. There are so many people that made this possible, so I wanted to thank a few. Oh man, I got a lot to get through. All right. First of all, I want to thank my parents for supporting every dumb idea I had and supporting me in ways that allowed me to be a part of Geeks. Thank you to Wout Buchart for introducing me to this world by some lightning bolt of fate. Thank you to Krista McAllister for taking a chance on the nerdiest show on the air. Thank you to Hattie Williams. Holy cow, all right. For dealing with us for a full year while pushing us further than we knew we were capable of. Thank you to Weston Hubbard, who was willing to make content and create a solid foundation with us for our first Geek show, as well as fill in for me the one time I didn't make a Geek show. Thank you to Samantha Medley, one of my best friends who started Geeks with me, and I could not have had a stronger start with anyone else. Thank you to Naomi Hilmer, who picked up the burden Hattie laid out of babysitting our antics and pushing us even further. Thank you so much to Holly Middleton, who wrote the show better than anyone else could have, and who started as my first ever co-host in my career at CTV. And finally, thank you to my brother and my ultimate co-host, Tom Isaacson. I may have grinded to start Geeks, but it would not be half of what it is today without you. CTV, and Geeks especially, has grown to be a part of me, and I'm so thankful to everyone involved in this journey. I would not have it any other way.
Well, I wasn't going to cry until you started crying. Wow. Well, it's finally that time. Whether you've been watching for years,
or this is your first episode.
Have a great night.
Have a great night. Great night, Rams. Have a great night, Rams. Thanks for tuning in with us this whole semester. Have a great night. Have a great night. Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Have a great night. Have a great night. Have a great night. Stay classy, Rams. Stay classy. And stay classy. And stay classy. And stay classy. And stay classy, Rams. And stay classy. And stay classy, Rams. Stay classy, Rams. And 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 stay classy, Rams.
I think I actually might have,
Son of a B word. Coming to you live, CTV Channel 11. Alex is a
How far have we actually progressed with modern technology?
Hey Tom, this one's for you. Jesus Christ!
I'm directing your show and I will sabotage it.
Yeah, that looks like All right. And then from there, it's only 46 minutes to Jupiter, and over an hour. No.
Why? Why is life?
Why?
Well, few reasons. First of all, let's say you have you're on an airplane, and the flight attendant asks, "Who here is a doctor?" And someone with a PhD in history raises their hand. You tell them to sit down, right?
Pretty much anything. You can watch Netflix, Hulu. It's playing music now. Yeah, let's redo that. The music you're listening to in the background of this segment, generated by an AI.
Testing, 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 testing.
Do you want me to do the out? Or do you? Okay, so you can do it. So you say,
Hey Alex, do you know what we and Bruce Wayne from The Dark Knight Rises have in common?
what's that, Tom?
We'll be right back after this quick break.
However, this does not take away from gameplay, and if anything, it adds in some certain ways. The new design for levels allowing multiple...
It's just not worth it. Here, I sense the dark side with the sequel trilogy. If you catch my drift.
Well, geeks, we've made it.
My face, dude, is so large.
Oh my god! Real talk, Pussy Boost was f***ing fire, bro.
I kinda have to agree, bro. That shit was bussin'.
Damn. Well, now that we've covered the past, it's about time we check back in with the present and the future.